A lot of people out there know that I'm going to SHOT Show this year. They also know that I'm no fan of the Canik TP9SA. If you haven't seen my review of the Canik TP9SA, or actually more of a critique than a review, I'll link it up here in the corner. You can go take a look at it. You'll see I'm absolutely no fan of that gun. I think it's one of the worst ideas for a firearm I've seen in a long time. A decocker on a single action gun, that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But since people know I'm going to SHOT Show this year, they've been saying, well, are you going to look at the new Canik guns, the ones without the single action trigger? Well, you know what? I am not. And there's a reason why I'm not really going to look at the Caniks. I might take a quick look at them to tell people that I saw them, but as far as considering them as a purchase, no, I would never consider a Canik handgun for anything that I would spend my money on. Now you might ask me why. Why would I not buy one? Well, they're not particularly well-made guns. I mean, they're well-made. They're about Ruger level quality. And you know, Ruger isn't known for its refinement. Ruger is known for being rugged and just working. And I think the Caniks are made well enough to work, and they're a decent quality gun, but I wouldn't buy them because they're made in Turkey. And since, like I said, no one really loves the Canik name brand, I don't know anybody that's been saying for years that Canik's always been my favorite brand of gun. No, it's just a cheap gun that's reliable and decent quality now that's getting a lot of promotion because they're paying for a lot of promotion. And people see it and they're like, hey, I can afford that. And it works well. I'm going to buy it. But like I said, the fact that it's made in Turkey makes me never, ever, ever even going to consider buying one. Ask anyone that's ever been in the military overseas, especially in military intelligence, what they think of Turkey. Turkey is one of the worst countries on the planet as far as terrorism. Now, they're not actively going out and committing terrorist acts, although they do have a lot of people in their country that go join terrorist organizations, and they do have a lot of support for terrorist organizations inside their country. They fund some of the largest terrorist organizations in the world. They help provide most of their funding. They keep their borders porous for all these terrorist organizations. They traffic their oil on the world market. They help them with their human trafficking. They do everything they can to provide money for the terrorist organizations. In fact, like I said, they provide most of their funding. The black market through Turkey is where most terrorist organizations like ISIS and al-qaeda receive the vast majority of their funding. Now, I know people go, well, Turkey's on our side. No, Turkey is not on our side. Turkey plays both sides of the fence. Turkey is the freaking Eddie Haskell of the Middle East. They are one of the worst countries I have ever had the displeasure of dealing with. I personally can't stand Turkey, won't do anything to support Turkey. I personally once canceled a Greek vacation because I found out I had to go to Turkey first and spend 2 days there before we could go to the island. I was like, no, I'm not going to go to Turkey, spend a nickel there. Just not going to happen. So when it comes to buying a Canik gun, I'm going to say no. I will find a better alternative. Hopefully an American alternative. Now, I'm not fanatical about buy American because, you know, I like my Italian guns, I like my German guns, and I like my American guns. I love Smith & Wesson, I love Rugers, etc. So when I can buy an American gun, I will. When there's an American alternative, I'll buy it. Now, a lot of people say, well, it doesn't really matter where the gun's made. The companies are, you know, have their bases here and there. You know, it does matter because the people that put the gun together and get a paycheck, you know, they buy American homes, they shop at American businesses, etc. They spend their paychecks locally. So those of you out there asking me, am I going to check out the new Caniks? Is the TP9SA the only one I don't like? Well, no. The TP9SA is a bad design, but I don't like their other guns either. The TP9SA is the one I have the most problem with mechanically, but I wouldn't buy another Canik gun, no matter what, just on principle.